Hi guys, this is Lady Jenna and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to part 2 of making Swaddled Baby Doll. Like you can see, this is the body, part 2. It does take a while to make, let me just tell you. However, it's a very good practice for single crochet. So go ahead, watch my video. I've got step-by-step on how to create each row. I give you a starting point for each row. I don't do the complete rows except for the last rows you will see when you're there. But yes, so this is very interesting to make. If you have not looked at part 1 yet, I will leave the part 1 video down in the description. Part 1 is making the head. Keep on watching and let's crochet the body. Before we start crocheting, let's talk about the materials we're going to be needing. First thing, we are going to be needing the head that we did in part 1. And then we are going to start with the 3.5mm crochet. And we're going to continue with the 4mm. We will also be needing a different colored yarn. This is a satin yarn that I decided to use. Also, we're going to be needing scissors, reading the instructions. So it does say body swaddled yarn color. We've got our color, 3.5 and 4mm. Continue from head, change color to the swaddle color yarn. Start with 3.5mm hook. So we're going to use this and we're going to do 18 single crochet. So we are changing colors, so let's do our color change. Our color change does start with the last stitch that we did on the head. The hard part is to grab the loops. And there we go. I grabbed them, and then I'm going to grab my other color. And now we are good to continue. And we need to do 18. This is 1. Don't forget our stitch marker. Now this part is a little bit harder because we need to deal with the head. We need to hold the head, hold the yarn, and then do our crochet. So yes, it can actually be a little harder. So we do this around. Now that we have our first row completed, we're going to take care of these tails. So like we did before, we're going to make sure to pull on the tail slightly so that the stitch looks like the other stitches. We'll do 2 knots. We're going to cut the yarn, place the yarn inside. So let's talk about row 2. Now it does mention that this is where we're going to change the size of the hook. Put away our 3.5 and we're going to use our 4mm hook. And we're going to start with a single crochet increase in each of the stitches, which will give us 36 stitches at the end of the row. So this is our first increase. Don't forget to place a stitch marker in your first stitch. One more thing I'll be doing differently than when I did the head is I'm going to do yarn over instead of yarn under. The reason being is that I want my stitches to be less tight. So just continue the same increase all around to give us 36 stitches. These 2 rows were very hard to do. Very tight and very close to the head. Now let's move on to row 3. It's row 3 to 6. We're going to be doing 36 stitches all around. 36 single crochet. Hopefully this will be way easier. So again, let's start, and I'm doing yarn over, placing my stitch marker, and just do the same all around up to row 6. Now that we've done up to row 6, it's time to do row 7, and we do 5 single crochet followed by an increase 6 times to give us 42 stitches. This is our first. We add our stitch marker, two, 3, 4, and 5. Increase in the next stitch. 1, 2. We repeat 5 more times for 42 stitches. Our next rows, row 8 to row 10, you do 42 single crochet all around, 42 single crochet in each round. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course we continue up to row 10 completed. One thing I would like to mention, look inside, look where the neck is. So my suggestion would be to start stuffing where the neck is to make sure it's well stuffed and it's firm. And one more thing I wanted to mention, I'm using a copy of the pattern that I printed, and I am writing on this. Whenever I finish a row, I will mark it down so I know where I'm at. So this is how I keep track. Row 11 is 6 single crochet followed by an increase 6 times to give us 48 stitches. So let's start. This is our first. We mark it, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's do an increase. And we repeat. Once you're done with a row, do not forget to count your stitches to make sure that they line up with what you're supposed to be getting. The next rows to do is row 12 to row 14, 46 single crochet. 1. And the stitch marker is very important. That I cannot emphasize enough. Do not forget that stitch marker. It's a lifesaver. And you just continue this way up to row 14. Row 15 is next. 7 single crochet followed by an increase 6 times to give us 54 stitches. 54 stitches is the maximum amount of stitches per row that we're going to see in the body. So our first single crochet, add our stitch marker, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we do the increase. So now we are at that point where we need to do rows 16 to 40. And don't forget to stuff your neck, and then as you build up your rows, you can start putting more and more filler in. And we're going to mark it down with our stitch marker, and then we'll continue. Don't forget to count your stitches as you finish your row to make sure you did not forget a stitch, which can happen to anybody. Well, that took longer to crochet than I thought. Oh my. But I did it. All 40 rows. Imagine. Yeah, so it's a good practice, definitely. Now the next thing is to stuff the body, so let's go ahead and do that. So I've got my stuffing. I'm going to stuff as much, well, just enough so that it doesn't bother when I crochet. Make sure to just add a little at a time, not too much so that it bunches up on the corner and gets too lumpy. You don't want anything that's too lumpy. We are almost done with the body. I would say another 1, 2, 3, 6 rows, and then we can fasten off. Okay. I think that's going to be it for now for the stuffing. I can actually add more stuffing, and then when you want to form it so it's like this, right? Okay, so let's say that for right now, that's enough. Row 41, we have 54 single crochet, another 54 single crochet, but this time in the back loop only. Let me just show you what I mean. Now there's a reason for this. Okay, so if we look at our stitch, I'll just show you. If we look at our stitch, our stitch is made of a front loop and also the back loop. The front loop is the one that is closest to you, and the back loop is the one that is farthest to you. So what you're going to do is you're only going to grab the back loop, this loop here, like this, and then you're going to do a single crochet. And of course we're going to mark, and you do this thing all around. Take your time doing it. Make sure you only grab the back loop. The reason being is that with the front loop, we're going to create a trim that we're going to be adding, not on this video, but on the next one. So just continue like this, only grabbing the back loop. The harder it is for me to actually see because I like to crochet close to me, and this is like a little bit far away from me. Go ahead, you guys, and continue, and we'll meet up for the next row. My row is done. So this is my front loop, which I'm going to be using when I do the trim. And now these are my stitches. This is where we're at. Now the next row, I'm going to keep this on my lap. It's on my lap right now because it's a little bit too high and I'm having trouble reaching. So the next row is row 42 to 45, these rows will decrease the amount of stitches, even row 46, but it's not going to decrease even. I'll show you. This is my practice, and it does go oval. I wanted the bottom to be oval. Yeah, this is my practice, and I've decided to use the yarns that I just had a little bit left, and that's how I practice what I'm doing. And this is the bottom. See here, this is the trim, and this is where I'm going to be doing some trim work a little bit later. So basically this is what I'm going to be doing. Now I'm going to be following the stitches. You can actually follow on your screen, but I'm going to be using a piece of paper. Let's see here. It's exactly the same. I had a little check mark. Am I going to do it this way or not? I decided after a while to do it 4 single crochet. So let's do that. One, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to forget to place my stitch marker. 1, 2, 3 on the first one. There we go. So this one is done. Then we do a decrease. Now I'm not going to be doing an invisible decrease since this is going to be under. It's not going to show. I'll just do a normal decrease. It'll be a lot easier. Okay, something just got caught. See if I can. Yep, there we go. Got it. Okay, so that decrease is done. So another 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do apologize if you see the video is moving a little bit there because I keep on knocking my head on the camera. The camera is just right here, just next to my face. Okay, now next we decrease 2 times. So this is my first decrease, and we're going to do the second decrease. Something got caught again. There we go. Second. Now I do 4 single crochet. 1, come on. 2, 3, and 4, and another decrease. Now, if you guys prefer to do invisible decrease, go ahead and do the invisible decrease under. It doesn't really matter. 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. A decrease. And then 4 single. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, there's one thing I wanted to mention. I went to Dollarama today and I found another pack of crochet hooks. like these. I bought them. I'm going to be doing a video on them. Yeah, once I'm done with this, I'll be doing a video, or maybe before, I really don't know. They're $4.50. You have to be careful with that. Okay, so the next is a decrease. Whoop. Yeah, I say whoop a lot of times. Okay, 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now this here is 3 decrease. So we decrease 3 times. So make sure to count as you do the decreases. So this is my first. And second decrease. Now let's do our third decrease. There we go. So that's done. Next we have 4 single. Okay, so that was our decrease of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we do a decrease. Again. Okay, where was I? I think that was a decrease, yes. And now 4 single. One, 2, 3, 4, and we finish off with a decrease. Ah, crap. And we did it. So this is supposed to look like an oval, and there is the start of our oval. Next thing is make sure to count your 43 stitches. I assume I do have, because I was able to do all of this and nothing is left or missing. But let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 40, 41, 42, 43. So we got 43 stitches. Row 43, we start with 3 single crochet, then we continue decrease, 3 single crochets, and so forth. So let's give that a start. Same thing. So that's going to do 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to place my stitch marker, and I'm going to hash 3. Let's do our decrease, pick up another, and decrease. That was 1, and then 3 single crochet. 1, yes. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And now we have 2 decreases. So let's do our first. Whoops. One and 2. When I crochet, I do a lot of oopses. Believe me. Believe me. It's not always sunny in the world of crochet. You make mistakes, rip it all out or rip a part of it and start over. 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Now let's do our decrease. And then 3 single. 1, 2, and 3, followed by a decrease. And then 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Decrease. I hate when it does that. And then 3 single. Yes, 3 single. 1, 2, 3. Now 3 decrease. Sorry about that. I keep on hitting the camera. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 single. 1, start over. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm missing a letter. D-E-C, decrease. I'll have to fix that. I'll just put a little star. I think I did the same thing right here. See, there's a letter missing, D-E-C. Okay. And then 2. Yep, I've got 2 left. 1 and 2. Okay, so let's see. Now we need to count. Make sure we've got 33. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I did it. Let's hash everything, make sure. And now we're row 44. In row 44 again, 2 single crochet, 2 single crochet, decrease, and we continue 2 single crochet, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, it's getting there. We're getting there. Okay, 1 and 2. Let's place a little stitch marker, and I'm just going to hash this. Then I do a decrease. Come on, you can do it. Okay. Okay, so my decrease is done. Another 2 single. 1, 2. Oh, there's an E missing also there. 2 decrease. Let me just put a little star. That's my first decrease. And then this is my second. Then 2 single crochet. 1, 2, and then a decrease. And then 2 single crochet. 1, 2, a decrease. Oh, I missed. Decrease. 2 single. 1 and 2, and then a decrease. Oop. Yeah, just 1, and then 2 single. 1, 'Is that 2? Yes, okay, that's 2. Now 2 decrease. That's 1. 2, 2 single, 1, 2, a decrease and a single. Yep, that adds up. A decrease and a single. I was worried that I made a mistake somewhere, but no, it's adding up. And then I just need to count and make sure I've got 24 now. See, oh, my fingers. I'll have to take a little break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There. Now, I didn't mention after, let me just show you. Stuff the body so we can add more stuffing, because as we decrease, the opening gets smaller and smaller and it's going to be harder and harder to stuff. However, a lot of times the stuffing do render our work when we try to crochet. So yeah, so do your best. Just add a bit more stuffing. Didn't really shape it how much stuffing you want in here. Still have lots of places to stuffing in. Oops, it's getting there, it's getting there. You can actually shape it after. I think for now I have enough. I think I'm going to add a little bit more at the end. Okay, so let's continue. So the next, let's see. So row 43, so that's what we're going to do next. Just remove my stitch marker, grab my hook, and the yarn was inside. Okay. Now, so a single crochet, mark. Yeah, I'll have to verify all my lines because here too instead of doing DEC, I just wrote DC. Oh, here too. Oh my. Oh yeah. Okay. I guess I was tired when I wrote that down. Okay. Decrease. Single. Two decrease. 1, 2, and then a single. Did I two? I don't think I did 2 decrease, did I? Single, decrease. Single. No, I didn't. I only did 1 decrease and it's 2 decrease. I'll start over. Okay, now I'm at my 2 decrease. So this is single, decrease, single. Single, decrease, single. Now it's 2 decrease. Gotta be careful. So that is 1. And let's do 2. Okay, now a single. I'm almost done. It's not time to make a mistake. Decrease. Single. And then decrease. Single. And then 2 decrease. Make sure that I do 2. This is 1. 2. A single. And I made a mistake somewhere. I did. I made a mistake somewhere. It's not adding up. Okay, so you get the drift. So what I'm going to do is I will finish this off. I will redo it again. I'm not going to redo it with you guys. It tends to get boring for you guys, but I will retry row 43 and I'll be back. It took me 4 tries to do row 43, but it's done. Now it is the time to put a little bit more stuffing if you want some. If you don't, that's fine. The way that the opening is open right now, it's your last chance to add some stuffing. So it's up to you. If you want to add some, great. If not, we can continue with the next row, which is row 46. We just need to do 6 decrease followed by a single crochet to finish with 7 stitches. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I made a mistake. It's 6 decrease. It should be 7 decrease plus. So this should be 8, which would make sense. Crochet is math. Okay. So I have stopped counting. Let's see if I can get this. And I've got 1 left, so I should now have 8. So let's count after I've done this single crochet. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is how it looks like. So what I'm going to do next is we are going to fasten this off. There go. Now I will be going to the next stitch. I'm going to be doing a slip stitch, and I'm going to pull my yarn through the slip stitch right like this. I'm going to grab my yarn needle, and this is how I'm going to close this. So I'm going to grab the front loop only, the loop that closest to me. I'm going to grab and pull the thread through on each of the stitches like this, all around, all 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. And then I'm going to pull closed like this. See how? Pull closed like this. Now I'm going to pull a little bit tighter. I'm going to take my needle, go in the middle of the hole that we just made. There's a tiny little hole, and I'm going to go through to where my front loop is, and I'm going to pull. Now you're going to pull. There you go, not too much. And then you're going to take your needle and you're going to weave your yarn through your stitches. To secure, it's important. You can weave as much as you want. There you go. I think that's going to be enough. Just going to cut this right there. And we have completed our body. There. So right now the only thing that's left is to shape this a little bit there. And we have our body. And yes, I did want to create a more of an oval effect. So when we do the arms will go right here on each side of the body where the oval is. And also you can, I think you'll be able to keep it upright because of this flat bottom. And there you go. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I know that the body was a little bit longer to make, but it's looking great. So I've got 2. This is my test one, and this is the one that I wanted to do with the yarn. Like you can see, even different colors, it gives it a little bit of different effect, and it's still great. The bottom looks so I hope they enjoyed this video. The next one is doing the arms, the hands, and then also the trim. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell button so that you know when my next video comes out. And have yourself a great day. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye.